All right, hey everyone, welcome to the 5-step Dream Body Framework. This is going to be a training talking about how to eat your favorite foods while dieting. So let's hop right into it. So my goal for this training is to shape the way you think about food and to embrace a flexible dieting lifestyle. I'll explain what flexible dieting is in just a little bit, but I just want to note that this is especially important for frequent travelers, on-the-go professionals, just people who have a busy lifestyle and want to also balance their health and fitness goals at the same time. And I just want to preface up front before I go into anything in the training that above all else, balance is key. I always recommend the 80-20 rule, which is 80% of your diet comes from whole foods, 20% comes from everything else. So what is the framework itself? It breaks down into 5 steps, which are understanding your goals, explaining calorie budgets, breaking down these calorie budgets into macronutrient targets, personalizing your food, and tracking and adjusting as needed. Okay, so before we hop into that, I'll just give a quick background on who I am, why should you even listen to me. My name is 𝗙𝗲𝘃𝗲𝘀. I'm the founder of 𝗕𝗂𝘃𝘀𝗀, a health and fitness business specializing in helping frequent travelers and on-the-go professionals master their health from anywhere with strategies just like what you're gonna see in this training. And I have a diverse background in fitness, technology, engineering, project management, etc. I've been on countless business trips myself in my 9 years of corporate America. I've moved state to state for years. I've visited almost 40 countries around the world, and I've been a digital nomad for a couple of years as well. From a training and nutrition standpoint, I am a certified personal trainer from the National Academy of Sports Medicine. I'm also a certified nutrition coach, and I have over a decade of fitness knowledge and expertise. So you really are just one change away from your dream physique. I wouldn't be talking about this if this isn't something and this isn't a strategy that I haven't used on myself. I use literally the same approach to transform my own body in mostly all the diets that I do. But here's one example from a couple of years ago. In 90 days, I was able to diet down, eating my favorite foods such as mug cakes, pizzas, burgers, you name it. And I'll show you exactly how in this training. And as you can see, I was at my peak bulk in April 2022 after about a year of bulking up, putting on muscle, and then I wanted to lean down but still enjoy my food. And I did the same thing late last year when I was dieting down again after a bulk, and same type of results applied. I also want to mention this is the same thing I implement with all of my clients because those are the kinds of people I work with, people who are on the go, who have a social life and who are just, they want to maintain their health and fitness while having that fast-paced lifestyle. So these strategies really do work. But real quick, what is flexible dieting? So this is a concept. It allows for a more adaptable approach to eating without sacrificing your favorite foods and by not having a restrictive mindset. That's really key here. What I showed, that transformation I made in the previous slide, these are literally the foods that I was eating. I made low-calorie tacos, thin crust pizzas with turkey pepperoni. I made a chocolate mug cake with ice cream. This was one of my favorite desserts. It had 30 grams of protein in that bowl and it hit the spot every single time. I had lean burgers with low-calorie cheese, etc. Okay, so let's dive right into it. So the first step is understanding your goals. Before I can help you or you can help yourself, you need to know what your end goal is. And I'll explain why that's important in step 2, which is defining our calorie budgets. And it's gonna play directly into what your daily calorie budget is. But some options in terms of typical goals that I hear all the time, just to keep it simple, weight loss, muscle gain, body recomposition, usually referred to as toning, or just general health. So this takes us through step 1. Okay, so now what is a calorie budget? Think of it like a financial budget, but instead of money, it's the calories you need each day to reach your health goals. And just like we allocate money for different things, we divide our calories into carbs, fats, and proteins. And these are commonly measured in grams, and the amount you're gonna eat every day is gonna vary based on your specific goals. So a weight loss goal versus a muscle gain goal, they're gonna have very different calorie budgets. So for those who are math oriented like myself, a daily calorie budget is the summation of your daily protein, your daily carbs, and your daily fats. And a key piece of information to know is 1 gram of protein equates to 4 calories, 1 gram of carbohydrates equates to 4 calories, and 1 gram of fat equates to 9 calories. And the combination of protein, carbs, and fats is commonly referred to as macronutrients, or macros for short. So just a simple example, let's say we know what someone's macros are, which are 100 grams of protein, 200 grams of carbs, and 50 grams of fat. How would we determine the daily calorie budget for those macros? You would do 100 grams of protein times 4 calories, plus 200 grams of carbs times 4 calories, plus 50 grams of fat times 9 calories, which in this particular case would be 1,650 calories. Okay, so that takes us through step 2. Now, how do I know my calorie budget? I'm sure you're all wondering. And lucky for you, I created an easy to use macronutrient calculator that'll break this down for you for your specific goals, whether it's muscle gain, weight loss, etc. All you have to do is go to this website, 𝗙𝗵𝘃𝗲𝗄s/macros, and it'll show you all the instructions on the website. I'm gonna show you what parameters it's gonna ask you on the website here as well, just so you have it for reference. But whenever you're done with the training, you can go there. And also, I can definitely do it for you as well, which I'll explain at the end of the training. But yeah, just go ahead and bookmark that. Okay, so it's gonna ask you for your gender. The equations vary for male to female. It'll ask you for your typical activity level, anywhere from sedentary to extremely active, and it'll explain which amount of activity correlates to each category. Then you're gonna identify your goal, and for simplicity's sake, we just have gain weight and lose weight. From there, it'll ask you your age, your height, and your weight. Really important here, just make sure the units are correct. So the age is in years, height is in inches, and weight is in pounds. Okay, from there, you're gonna specify your diet length. The standard range varies from 12 to 16 weeks for sustainable progress. But if you have an event coming up like a wedding or something, then just enter it accordingly. Like if it's coming up in a month, put 4 weeks. And then from there, it's gonna ask you your weight change per week and percentage of your total body weight. So the standard range varies from 0.5% to 1.5%. And then it's gonna ask you to specify your protein targets. And this is gonna be measured in grams per pound of body weight. So for most individuals, we recommend 0.7 to 1 gram as a good starting point. And then it'll ask you to specify your fat target. So the standard range here varies from 20 to 35%. I do want to note, just make sure this is not asking you for your body fat. It's asking you how much fat you want to consume each day. And this really is a personal preference. If you enjoy carbs more, then you'll probably want to have a little bit lower fat. If you enjoy your dietary fats more, like avocados and nuts and stuff, you probably want to go on the higher range from the 20 to 35%. That'll just mean you eat a little bit less carbs if you have higher fat. And from there, you're just going to click calculate and then make note of the results, specifically daily calories needed and the actual macronutrient breakdown. Okay, so that takes us through the third step. Now let's get into the fun part, which is personalizing your food. All right, so now that we know your specific daily calorie budget and macronutrients, how do we actually translate that for you? And I'm gonna walk you through a couple different cases, and hopefully this is very informative to you because it can really reshape the way you think about what you consume each day. Okay, so the first case, let's say you're craving a burger, for example. What most people do is they will, they'll go to McDonald's or wherever and pick up a Big Mac. But if you're dieting, most people will do, they'll still just make it at home, but they'll use 4 ounces of 80% lean ground beef, for example. They'll use regular cheddar cheese and large white buns. Just that alone comes out to 540 calories per burger. Now, how do we actually make this work with using smart swaps? Okay, so you're still gonna be eating a burger, but we're just gonna swap the ingredients so that this will fit a lot better within your daily calorie budget. So instead of using the 80% lean beef, we're gonna use 4 ounces of 96% lean ground beef, which is gonna be almost half the calories. We're gonna use reduced fat cheddar cheese, and then we're gonna use low calorie or keto buns. And just by making those swaps, you can reduce the overall calories from 500 plus all the way down to 280 calories. You can literally eat 2 burgers for almost the same amount of calories just by swapping the ingredients. And by mindfully swapping those ingredients, you can squeeze in a higher volume of food, which ultimately allows for a more sustainable diet long-term without feeling restricted. Like I said in the beginning, that's very, very important when it comes to dieting. Okay, so now I'm gonna use a more extreme case using my calorie budget. This is as of April 2024. And remember I said use the 80-20 rule. Sometimes it's okay if it's a Friday or a Saturday and or if you're traveling and you can't stick to your regular food, then you can still stay flexible and stick within your calorie budget. You just have to be mindful of what you're consuming. And I really hope this illustrates that. So right now, my current goal is just to maintain my physique. I just did an 8-week diet at the end of 2023. And right now, because I have a lot of travel coming up, I'm just gonna maintain my physique. My current calorie allocation is 2,888 calories each day, which is 191 grams of protein, 315 grams of carbs, and 96 grams of fat. As you can see, I have it tracked in my 𝗙𝗵𝘃𝗲𝗄 app. It makes it really easy to keep track of everything. And all my clients use this same tracking platform. So on this particular day for breakfast, I made a protein mango lassi, really, really good. I have the recipe for that in the 𝗙𝗵𝘃𝗲𝗄 app. I also posted that on Instagram if you follow me there. For lunch, I made a smoked salmon bagel and I had protein chocolate milk. This Carb Master milk, if you have a Kroger near you, it is amazing. It's literally 20 grams of protein for 2 cups and super low calorie, tastes delicious, really low sugar, fat-free. It's a dieting hack for sure. But already I'm eating really delicious food, stuff that I love. And for dinner, I had Chick-fil-A. Yeah, everything you see in that photo, plus more actually. I had a spicy deluxe sandwich. I got a grilled chicken sandwich on the side. I had medium waffle fries and a Chick-fil-A sauce. I also had a Diet Coke to wash that down. And then for my snacks on this particular day, which was a Friday, I believe, I had 2 Skinny Cow ice cream sandwiches and 1 scoop of whey protein. So I'm eating a good amount of food, and this is all pretty enjoyable food. And it's just using those same techniques and strategies of being flexible, finding the swaps. So instead of getting regular ice cream sandwiches, I just got these Skinny Cow ones, and I'm not even kidding. These taste pretty identical, and they're a third, if not, or half the calories of regular ice cream sandwiches. I also just wanted to show the full food log in case you want to pause here and see that it actually meets my total calorie budget. Again, this is for me. Your calorie budget's going to vary, but you use the same strategies to find what will work for you. Make smart swaps with the food you want to eat. Find those recipes. I have hundreds of recipes in my 𝗙𝗲𝘃𝗲 app, which I provide to all my clients. And then you just work within what you have for the day. My total calories for this particular day was 2,876. I ended up having 193 grams of protein, 307 grams of carbs, and 96 grams of fat. And I have screenshots in case you want to go through and actually look through. I logged everything, including the sauces. And my next day of physique, you can see the timestamps, April 12th, April 13th. I'm feeling amazing. And this is not my typical diet. I just wanted to give an extreme example of finding a variety of food that you can eat that tastes good and it still allows you to hit your daily food requirements. Okay, so that takes us through step 4. Now let's talk about tracking and adjusting. So studies have shown that the more data we have, the more we can stick to our goals over time. That's just a fact. Therefore, it's incredibly important to track our progress all in one place. What I've found is most people can find exercises to stick to. They'll get a gym membership, they'll go to the gym, a few days a week. They'll be like, why isn't my body changing? But nutrition and accountability are often where we fall short. And a lot of times it's just not knowing what we can eat or what our calorie budget is. And the best part about that is we take out all of the guesswork for you, not just with training, but nutrition, accountability, habit tracking. And you can see on the screenshot here, this is an actual client's meal plan where I have flexible, tasty meal options while she's on a 1,400 calorie diet. It includes things like a breakfast bowl, toast, protein pancakes, milk, turkey sandwiches, shrimp cocktail, the list goes on. Really tasty foods that fit her preferences and her daily budget. And we make it really, really easy to use using modern technology so that you can hit your goals in the best way and the most efficient way possible so that you can put your effort where it's needed most in your business with your kids. So let's get you that dream body. If you're ready to finally get that dream body and put this framework into action plus much more with the training, with the accountability, with the habit tracking, let's take a few minutes to chat. The main objective of that conversation is just going to be to see if we are a mutual fit for each other to meet your fitness goals. And I have a handful of case studies you can see. After you finish this training, just continue on to the next page. You'll have some time to set up a quick chat, and from there you'll be redirected to a page that will have all of these case studies you can flip through. You can see that these strategies really, really work. And this is for people who are traveling, who are on the go, who have a very busy lifestyle, and that is exactly who this is tailored for. Just some more program testimonials. I had a client telling me he's never felt this good working out, or just felt that good in general in his life. And things like that really help keep me motivated and help bring solutions, modern solutions to people just like you and I. And I want to make sure we utilize modern technology the best as possible to deliver the best client experience. No more boring PDFs to read through. While those are helpful, there's a lot more efficient ways to get you the progress you're looking for, and we make sure to incorporate all of that into our programs. So I hope to see you on the other side. Continue on to the next page, set up some time, let's talk. And yeah, at the end of the day, I hope you got some value out of this. I hope you're able to reshape the way you think about your food. And yeah, hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on the other side.